Renowned Indonesian director Kimo Sramboel once again explores the world of black magic in Disney Plus' newest horror flick, Blood Curse. Indonesian stars Mika, Tambayong, and Deva Mehenra lead the pack of the miniseries, which began streaming on February 25th. As their characters cross paths after experiencing black magic attacks, how will they protect their families and end the curse? Well, lucky for us, Mika, Deva, and Direct Kimo tells us more about the series in this sit-down.
Well, this series is about this family who's having this a little bit odd anomaly in their life, their comfortable life, and suddenly there's a thing going on in their houses, and this thing is actually sort of weird in a way and affecting this character, our main character Wulan here. And she started to investigate why is these things happening in their lives. And in that process, she met this person is actually Esa, the ones that also having this similar problem, and somehow the story kind of their two characters have something not just in common, the weirdness happening in their lives, but actually their parents actually have some connection with it. And this series will reveal itself why this family being cursed or being sent a black magic to their family. So I think the mystery of all of this series will be told towards this 10 episode. And I think the theme of black magic also happens in a lot of places in the world. I mean, a lot of culture have similar kind of theme or topic or black magic. And this is we try to, as Indonesians, try to tell a bit of how this black magic actually happening in our modern life. So hopefully that also can relate towards the Philippines, also have kind of similar culture with us. And I think I'm pretty sure that they also have this similar theme or culture about black magic as well. So hopefully by showing this series, we'll have the same interesting stuff to watch in Disney Plus Hotstar.
I guarantee you that we love horror films, so it's something that we can enjoy, watching this film. Tell me a little bit, Mika, about your character here, the preparations that you needed to go through. Were you hesitant in any way in accepting a horror film?
I was not hesitant because I get to work with Mas Kimo, as you have mentioned it before, one of the legendary directors in Indonesia.
Legendary is so young. It's really
in this
legendary.
genre. So I was not hesitant, of course, since the very first beginning, working with Mas Kimo, with Rappi Films, especially with Disney Plus Hotstar as well. It's a very interesting genre. It's a new thing for me. And as for my character, as Mas Kimo have also mentioned before as well, Wulan is the protagonist in the story. She carries the whole journey from the very first episode to the last one, and it's amazing how my character really grows. Wulan was, she started off as just a very modern girl. She lives in a perfectly seeming house, like with a warm household, with her parents, with her loving parents, with her brother, and then things started changing for her. She had to go through, things that she has never experienced before. She never, she would never believe those things would happen to her, but they did, and she had to go through all those stuff from the very first episode. And you would see as the series progresses that she really had to go through a lot of things that would question her beliefs. And our preparation was actually, we took a long time preparing for this series, which is why when we started shooting it was quite easy for us because we've done all the preparations before. We even did physical training as well, so that we would be physically fit throughout the series. And also, I would like to add that this series, I think it's also one of our ways as Indonesians to, share our culture with fellow Asians, especially like you yourself from the Philippines, and then Malaysia and all the other Southeast Asians, especially because we might share the same culture. So it would also be, relatable to everyone who watches this, not only in Indonesia, but for people abroad as well. And it's like one of our ways to share our culture through, this. It's very horror, but like, but it's something common in Indonesia, and I would say it's one of the ways for us to give out some of the things that happen in our country.
How excited were all of you in terms of having this film shown in Disney Plus?
Very excited. This is our first series that's actually been
First
shown
series,
in
exactly.
Disney Plus. Yeah.
And we went to Busan film festivals as well. So this is the first Indonesian series to actually go through the festival. So yeah, very exciting.
Yay! And of course, for you, Deva, I mean, in terms of, we know that Wulan, in terms of her character, was, stress-free almost. Was yours pretty much the same in this series?
Well, to be added, I think my co-star says it all. So yeah, what Woolans have to go through in this series actually also what Esas have to go through, because like as Kimo said before, that this character shares same weird things happened to the family, so that makes them really close together and try to find what's really happening behind all of this. Besides that, Wulan and Esa also finds out that their parents, both their parents, actually have connection in the past, and that's
that's a secret.
The starting point of doing the whole journey. Yeah.
That's where it all starts out. Now, before I let you go, one last question, please. What would you say would be the X factor of this series compared to all the other horror genres around there? What would you say would make this series stand out?
Despite of the horror element in each episode, maybe because it's a combination about a family and a horror story. You cannot go wrong with that. I mean, I think that's one of the X factor that something that people can enjoy and relate to.